Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Brian and I am the horror show host. And it doesn't say I'm live right now. Hold on. It doesn't say it on YouTube. It says it on this thing.
I see ya.
Oh, am I there?
Mhm.
Oh, I had to refresh it. Son of a gun. So yeah, I'm here with Rayanimator Reviews. Say hello, Ray.
Hello.
Joey couldn't make it today because he had spark plug issues. The best
He's a
excuse in the
robot.
world. Sure. I'm just kidding. But we have actually two people in the comments. Kill Count TV says, hey, how's it going, man? Junebug Film says, greatest man in the world this year, and it's me. I don't know about that. I mean, did you see this beard?
Right? It's so good.
Kill Count TV says, looking beautiful as ever, Ray.
Oh, that's so nice.
And yeah, we're probably just going to be talking mostly about Christmas horror movies because 'tis the season. Probably should have called this discussion of Christmas horror movies, but you know, I dropped the ball.
No, you're doing great.
Also, we could even do this as like a little poll, kind of, if you want to have people ask people, Joey.
He's a robot. We determined you're a robot because you have to get your spark plugs changed.
Yeah.
Need one up. Just threw everything off. Sorry.
What the heck, Joey?
Right?
So we could even keep this as like kind of like a poll if you want to see, ask people what movie you guys should review for Christmas.
Oh yeah, that works.
Just to get a general idea or even an official idea.
Yeah.
Kill Count TV says, I'm going to watch Black Christmas 2019 tomorrow. My condolences. Even though I haven't seen it, I've heard terrible things in the trailer. Oh boy. And the horror boy says, hey guys, hey, how's it going?
Hello.
What's that? So let's throw out some suggestions for Christmas horror movies to review for Rayanimator's channel.
Not Red Christmas, please, Lord.
No, she's already done Red Christmas,
again.
so it doesn't count.
It's disgusting.
It'll be like a Blue Christmas. That's not how it goes. Red and Green Christmas.
Red and green. Gold Christmas.
Gold Christmas.
I like gold.
Junebug Film says Santa Claus 1959 is probably the most scariest Christmas movie of all time. Scary as in bad.
Oof.
Oof.
What about, is that Santa Claus versus the Martians? Or is
I was
that
going to say this. It sounds like from that era. It'd be like Santa Claus versus the Martians.
I like that one. It's so
Horror
bad.
Boy says Silent Night, Deadly Night. And Kill Count TV says something I actually did on my other channel. He said, then for New Year's, Gremlins 2.
Hey, that's true.
So on my other channel, I reviewed the Gremlins last in the Christmas section, then for my Christmas reviews, and then I think it was like January 1st or whatever, I had the review for Gremlins 2. Oh man. But that worked out, so I might try that for next year. Junebug Film says, I'm watching the Steve McQueen biopic on Amazon Prime, Chasing Bullet. I haven't heard of that one.
Steve McQueen's pretty rad.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Clint Eastwood.
Oh, same. Didn't he just come out with a new movie?
Yeah, The Mule, I think. I watched The Outlaw Josie Wales, which was amazing.
Ooh.
It has Clint Eastwood. The Horror Boy says Santa's Sleigh starring Goldberg.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I love that movie so much. So much. That's a tradition in this house. Because I force other people to watch Santa's Sleigh and then they get really annoyed.
Oh man, especially that opening scene.
It's just just sets the tone for the amazingness that is this movie. Like, you have Bill Goldberg, you have curling, like the part in the strip club when he's going to jump on the thing and he's like and sprays the pole first. Like, amazing.
What's another good Christmas one?
Oh, Brian.
What?
In your humble opinion, is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Yes.
Thank you. This is like, I feel like that's a point of contention with a lot of people. They're like, now it is. It is.
Yeah, but I'm trying to think of a good example because I had a good example a while ago saying, oh, if this is that, then it's this. And they were like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. But I can't remember it. Huh.
For me, it's not Christmas until Hans Gruber falls off the Nakatomi Plaza. And it's Christmas.
And it's Christmas.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, Lethal Weapon's technically a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's a lot of, like, it doesn't have to have Santa in it to be a Christmas movie. Like,
Right.
in the title. It could be, an action movie, which is fine. I'm into that.
June Bug Film says Santa Claus Conquers the Martians is from 1964. Santa Claus 1959 is a movie made in Mexico and is basically Santa Claus versus a devil, and his name is Pitch. It is so bad, it's good. We watch it every year.
That sounds amazing.
Horror Boy threw out The Thing as a Christmas horror. Not like a Christmas horror movie, but a movie to review on Christmas.
That's a movie you should review any time of the year.
Yeah.
Or watch, like, any time you have, a minute.
He also says in his unpopular opinion, Die Hard sucks.
Blasphemy.
Blasphemous.
Have you not seen Die Hard?
And then I mean, Die Hard 5 sucks.
Yeah, it's not great.
Kill Count TV says The Thing, Ron Turn 4, which takes place in the snow. Dead Snow. I love Dead Snow. 1 and 2 are just hilarious.
Dead Snow's amazing. Everybody should watch
that. She's like, I think you got the answer. James Mock's trailer says, hello, Brian. Hello, James. Hello, James.
Hello.
The guy who, June Bug Film says the guy who is playing Steve McQueen looks so much like Steve McQueen. It is uncanny. It's an uncanny resemblance.
It's eerie.
Geek Legion of Doom. Hey, Leo, how's it going? He says nearly every Shane Black is a Christmas movie. What about The Predator? Wait, that wasn't a Christmas movie? I don't know. The new one.
Oh, I don't remember.
I mean, Alien versus Predator took place in the Antarctic, so maybe. And she's like, hell no.
I mean, there's snow.
There's snow.
Yeah.
Junebug Film says Richard Jewell is the new movie directed by Clint Eastwood. Oh, okay. Richard Jewell was a hero, but the media betrayed him. Watch the movie and find out what happened. It's a mystery.
It is.
Intense. Horror Boy says The Grey 2011. Oh, that's right. James Fox trailer says The Predator was a Halloween movie because it took place on Halloween. It was such a minor thing that they went trick-or-treating with the mask on. It was like, what the frig? Have you seen the movie?
Predator?
The new one, the Predator.
No, not yet. I have feelings.
Yeah.
I feel like my favorite parts of Predator aren't going to be at all acknowledged, and I'm going to be mad because they're not. But like that they wouldn't be in there anyways. So yeah. I'm just being stubborn about it, and I should just watch
stubborn like Day of the Dead Bloodline.
Ugh.
I actually watched the trailer for that the other day. I'm like, it looks so good. How is it so bad? I was so tempted to watch it again.
Whomever cut the trailer deserves a prize because that movie is horrible.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
One trailer that I think I keep on going back to is the final trailer for Godzilla King of the Monsters. Beautiful trailer.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Sometimes that's like the bait and switch.
yeah. Although they made like 3 good trailers for Day of the Dead Bloodline, so I'm like, how the hell they do that?
It's just magic, lies, smoke and mirrors.
Junebug Film says on Her Majesty's Secret Service. Let me go back up. Movie, that James Bond movie. If I say if a movie has a scene with Christmas or takes place on Christmas, it's a Christmas movie.
I think that's fair.
Yeah. Kill Count TV wants to know if I have any more information on the new Ron Turn 2020 movie. Other than it being called Ron Turn the Foundation and the new poster that came out, I have like no new news. And keep on meaning to do more in the scoop loops. I forgot to last week. I forgot to this week. Maybe I'll do it next week.
You have time.
Yeah. Me and the scoop loop was actually pretty popular on my channel. The 3 episodes that I did.
They were good. I liked those episodes.
Yeah. I will keep on. I'm gonna trim the amount of shoutouts I give so I don't give them all the shoutouts I want to give right away, and then have to keep my way back and doing other ones over and over and over again. So it's only gonna be 1 shoutout per video, and I already have the 1 shoutout picked for next week. So
There you go.
yeah.
I still haven't seen any of the Wrong Turn movies, and I feel like I'm missing out.
You are big time.
It's hard to find them. I want to start out with the first one, and I can always find like 300 sequels, but I need to know like the base story first.
Technically, you do, but technically, you don't.
Oh, it's one of those.
It follows its timeline, except for the 6th one. Kind of. Like the 4th and 5th one are technically prequels, but technically.
How many are there in Toto?
6. After this one, there'll be 7.
Wow. Are they like how a lot of the ones with a lot of sequels progress in a downward, or are they still pretty good?
Off the top of my head, I'd rank it from least to greatest 6. Yeah. It gets pretty bad.
Oh no.
A lot of people seem to like 4 and 5, and I do think 4 and 5 are great, but they're not as good as the first 2. And 3, I think, is actually pretty fun, despite what the horror boy says when he called it garbage.
Oof.
I haven't seen it in a while. I haven't seen most of them in a while, so I'm probably gonna rewatch them so I can review them for the new Ronter movies.
There you go.
Yeah. Kill Count TV says I found Ronter 1 to 6 at Walmart for $12.96, and I bought it.
What? I might go to Walmart.
Meanwhile, I have them all in separate cases somewhere.
Of course, you're just gonna reach behind and be like
6.
all my wrong turns.
I actually watched Blade Runner for the first time the other night.
What'd you
I
think?
loved it. I loved it.
Oh, good.
I was like, whoa, 1982, are you serious?
It's like really, you think like 82 and you're like, but then you watch it and it's like, they did such a good
Seamless,
job with
timeless.
it. Yeah. Oh, it doesn't look dated. It's not, eh.
It's slow, but it's really an interesting story, I feel.
Yes.
And then trying to think of another good Christmas horror movie. My collection is failing me at the moment.
Oh no.
What about Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2? Garbage Day.
I don't think I've seen part. I've seen part. You know, the
Have you seen
original.
part one?
Yes.
You've seen part two.
Oh, it's one of those.
It's got the stock footage galore.
Yeah. I'm so excited.
James Monk's trailer says the new Black Christmas is definitely going to be dated.
Oh.
Geek Legion of Doom says first run turn outstanding. For me, the sequels were forgettable straight to TV/DVD fodder. Not terrible, but forgettable. I could see
Oh.
that. I mean, I grew up watching them, and nostalgia's a bitch.
No, it is though.
That's why I've been more harsh with my reviews, because it's like you can't just give a movie a good grade because you grew up with it. You know, then that should not apply to certain movies. It's just, if you want to give a good rating to a good movie, then that should apply.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's nostalgic and good, hey, like
It's so hard to separate the two sometimes, though.
one day it just clicked for me, and I've been sticking with that ever since. I go back on some of my older reviews. I'm like, what the?
What were you thinking?
I gave this a 5 out of 5. Are you serious?
I don't think I've ever given anything a 5 out of 5.
I think I recently on this channel, I think I've only given one movie a 5 out of 5, and I keep on kicking myself in the butt for it. It was
Oh,
a John Wick Chapter 2.
I heard that was really good, though.
Oh, they're all really good, but I don't think it's perfect. Like, if I were to give a movie a 5 out of 5, like what movie I'd give a 5 out of 5, it might be Jaws. But I watched it again yesterday with my friend,
Hmm.
and it's aged well sometimes.
Sometimes.
Sometimes, you know. Other times, whew, the shark is still scary, though, I have to admit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm
Even
with.
when he's on screen, it doesn't look 100% too bad.
Yeah, yeah. They just really did a good job with him. Like he's
Big.
very realistic, and
He's just
I think
big.
it is the sheer size of him that you're just like, that's terrifying.
Yeah,
Okay.
like when he's on the crow's nest,
Yeah.
and he's stabbing the shark, and it's just chomp chomp.
Hmm.
I almost gave the Terminator a 5 out of 5, but I gave it and its sequel a 4.5 out of 5.
I love the sequel so much. I would prefer watching the sequel to the first one, I think.
I like the first one better.
I like the first one, but like I feel like when I saw Terminator 2 as a preteen, I was like, ooh, Edward Furlong is
Oh my god,
so cool.
he's one of my least favorite parts about Terminator 2. Like the part where they're doing like the spin around camera shot, and he's like, she's gonna blow him away. I'm like, act better.
Be better at your job.
I mean, I know he has it in him until he got old and bloated.
Yeah, that's
So
the heroine will do that.
yeah,
We saw him at the New Jersey Horror Con,
yeah.
and I saw him a while ago at Monster Mania, like I think when he was still using, and this was like Joey's first time seeing Edward Furlong like out in the wild, and he's like, "Oh, he looks bad." I'm like,
And
rude,
here we've
but
got
yeah.
the wild Edward Furlong.
Here he is sitting at his merch table. He's charging for an autograph and don't approach him too
Oh my god.
quick.
Like even Jurassic Park, I see so many flaws in that movie, but it's still a great movie. It's flawed.
That movie still scares me. I don't know what it is with dinosaurs. They're scary.
Yeah, when the movie just starts, it's like, Dum! And you're like, oh boy.
I think, what was it, the second one or the third one when the T Rex is in the backyard?
Oh, second one.
I still have nightmares about that, like the eye in the window. I'm just like,
No, it just shows his full head with the dog chain in its mouth.
was that it? Maybe
Yeah,
that
the
what
dog, and then he drops in the doghouse, falls to the ground.
What I'm referencing is my actual nightmare then. Just waking up as an adult sweating like T-Rex.
My mom actually went to see Jaws in theaters when it first came out.
Oh, nice.
She had nightmares. I saw it when I was 3, so good age.
My dad saw it when it came out, and he said he never jumped so much as the part when I think it was Richard Dreyfuss is underwater and the head floats by. And he's like,
Oh no! It's either when he's under the water and
mm-hmm.
the head just pops out of the boat. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
Okay, I thought you were talking about when he was behind the shark sneaks up behind him in the cage.
Oh no. He
Oh.
said that like haunted him, and we're boat people, so I think he had like a little hesitation getting in the water after that. He's like, yeah, that stuck with me.
Killcount TV says Jaws the Revenge. Definitely a 5 out of 5. Roaring sharks and all.
Oh gosh.
There's I've been having trouble trying to find a 5 out of 5 movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if I was like 16 or no, wait, let me rephrase that. If I was like 20 or 21, I would have given a whole bunch of movies 5 out of 5s I grew up with.
Mm-hmm.
But now not so much.
I would have definitely given The Neverending Story a 5 out of 5 as like a 10-year-old.
Yeah.
Oh, a Neverending Story too.
The blue-eyed Bastion.
Bastion.
Neverending Story 3.
Oh gosh. Isn't that the one Jack Black's in?
Yeah.
Oh, I still love it. I'm not gonna pretend like I don't love it. I do
Yeah.
love it.
With what's the rock guy? What's his name?
Rockbiter?
Rockbiter. And he's singing "Get Your Motor Running."
I just remember like watching the first one and just being like emotionally damaged, but then watching the second one and being kind of okay after watching it.
Like, oh, it gets better. It gets better.
Yeah. Like Artex comes back. It gets better.
I think, like the horror boy says, I'm surprised they haven't remade Jaws as of at this point.
Don't put that out in the universe.
I think if they were to remake it, they can't do the same story. It was just done too perfect.
Do you feel like that's the direction they would go though? Because they're like, oh, it worked the first time.
Not only that, they'd have it all be 3 girls in a boat.
Probably.
Yeah, we're gonna kick this shark's butt. They all get eaten.
I just feel like they do everything CGI and.
Well, I mean, I think the shark's been pretty well done, even in lower budgeted films, like not Sharknado, but like some Sci-Fi Channel films have decent CGI sharks, CG sharks. And then the Meg and the Shallows had actually pretty good effects for a shark. I think if they gave the right amount of money, gave it a little bit more time, they could give us a good shark. But
will they give us a good shark? I don't know. I'm weird about remakes like that because it's never usually like I don't know. No, I take it back. Evil Dead remake I really like.
Oh yeah, Evil Dead the remake is awesome. I also like trying to remember which one it was. Let me look at my shelf.
let me refresh my memory.
The Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake was pretty good.
I'm trying to like.
I mean, it's forgettable, but it's not like god awful.
It wasn't terrible, but I definitely don't remember a whole lot. I remember that there's a long shot of the girl walking to the house. And the butt.
That's in the original and the remake.
That's true, but the butt was much more modern in the remake.
Don't hate me for saying it, but I actually liked the Child's Play remake.
I still haven't seen it. I really need to see it.
James Mock's trailer says I like the Wolfman remake, and I'm like, I know we he the Wolfman remake I think was really good. It's underrated.
I'm sad that they didn't utilize all the practical effects for his transition into Wolfman, and they
Yeah.
just CG'd it because it could have been so much cooler. But I appreciated it for what it was.
And it was rated R.
Arr,
Arr.
the pirate rating.
Friday the 13th remake was pretty fun. Yeah, I have to agree. I mean, it wasn't my favorite Friday the 13th movie. That still goes to either 1 or 4. But like, I try to get into part 2. I just can't. I love it, but it's not my favorite.
Yeah, you could take it or watch something else.
Yeah, like part 4.
There you go.
Or part 3. I like parts. Like, if I were to rank them, it'd be the first 8, the remake, Freddy versus Jason, and then Goes to Hell. No, sorry, Jason X, then Goes to Hell, or something like that. I'd really have to dig into it because I love the whole franchise.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I love Jason X.
I know. I was just gonna say I better place that above Jason Goes to Hell.
Yeah, I'm like, where are you putting 10? It's just so dumb.
Yeah, but it wouldn't have any other way.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
I feel like if they, like, going back to Jaws, if they remade it with girls on the boat, it'd be a case of like the Thing prequel, where and like in the original was all men, and then there's the original Norwegian base in the prequel, and
Mm-hmm.
of course there was 2 girls there. There had to be. It's like, but the video footage made it look like it was all guys.
Mm-hmm. Well, I still have not watched the prequel.
Oh, jeez.
I'm slacking. I watch all these weird movies, but not like the ones I probably should be checking up on.
Yeah. Kill Count TV actually liked the 2010 remake of Nightmare on Elm Street. I liked it. I didn't hate it.
I couldn't get into it.
It's not as good as the original, but it's not god awful.
I
Like
feel as though I need to give that one another shot.
like people lambast the acting because they seem bored, and I'm like, they might be, but they also seem really tired, like they should be.
That's true. That's true.
Not just like in the original, like, oh, let's go kill Freddy. Come on, yes, let's go kill Freddy. I'm ready for this.
Nobody's ready for that if you're sleep deprived.
Yeah. Junebug's film says, "Do you think a tornado horror movie could work?" I don't know about that, but a clown-nado sure can.
Oh, I love Clownado. That was amazing.
It was. Have you seen Bonehill Road yet?
Not yet, but we have it.
Oh, sweet.
I'm so excited. We got a bunch of stuff to review from Wild Eye, and I definitely want to watch Bone Hill Road first, just because it sounds so good, and everything you've said about it, I'm just like ready.
And then one day I get a call from you, and I just pull it up on FaceTime, and she's like,
it's gonna be my stupid face, just like I watched.
No, it'll be like,
no. No.
You said it was good.
I feel like you've never steered me wrong.
It's not the best thing ever, but it is. It's pretty good for a werewolf movie, especially in this day and age.
Yeah. That's all I need.
It's very low budget, but it's good.
I love low budget.
It's a little bit less than Clownado. But It's like I'm trying to deter you from watching it. Like it's really, really low budget.
Have you met me? I love low
Trauma
budget.
over here. Come on.
Yeah, I love trauma. Like, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Oh my gosh.
A lot of people in the comment section are saying if either Twister is a horror movie or not.
It's a thriller, I guess, right?
It's a thrilling NATO.
It's a thrill-nado.
Thrill NATO. Have you seen Bone Tomahawk yet?
Have I seen that? That's a Western-ish
With
one.
Kurt Russell. Oh, hold on. What? In like 20 minutes? Can you put him in his kennel? Put him in his kennel. I'll let him back out. All right. Yeah, I know. It's Finley. He's been tearing stuff up.
Oh, Finley. You're so cute, though.
Next time we go to the archive and meet up, we'll have to bring Finley.
Yes.
Mom's like, no, I think it's too long of a ride. Earlier that year, let's bring him to the ocean. But Mom, that's like an hour away. He'll be fine. No, that was my dad. Kill Count CV asked if that was my mom.
No.
No. Hey, Brian. Is that your mom? No.
I've seen, I don't think I've seen Bone Tomahawk, but there's some other Western horror movie I watched like a while ago, and I was very confused, and it might have been vampires.
Oh, what, John Carpenter's Vampires?
No. Dang it.
Zachary Hayes says, who let these two on the internet?
We don't have any parental supervision. We don't even know how this happened.
It's just
completely
one day we're poof, here we are. Magic.
Oh, imagination.
I just feel like singing, it's a kind of magic.
Oh my gosh, I can't remember the name of this movie. It's going to drive me insane.
Was it The Burrowers?
Maybe.
Or Tremors?
No, it was like old-timey.
So it was like an older movie or was it a newer movie?
It was probably 90s.
90s. Was it a horror movie or was it just a Western?
No, it was definitely a horror movie. It wasn't great.
It might have been vampires. Was it about vampires?
There were vampires in it, maybe. I think they were vampires.
Ghost Town, maybe? I don't know. This doesn't have vampires on.
Is it ghosts?
No, they were demons.
I'm Googling this. We're sitting in front of computers trying to figure out what this
So Zachary Haley even brought it up. He's like, Ghost Town? Was he asking me or was he telling you?
Maybe. How do I Google this? I'm just going to put vampire.
The only one that comes up is John Carpenter's Vampires.
I'll be so annoyed. Yeah. It did come up. Oh, Glenn Danzig's vampire movie popped up. The internet knows me.
Haven't heard of it.
It's I don't know how to feel about it because I love Glenn Danzig, obviously.
I don't even know who that is. Sorry. I might if I see a picture. Let me try.
He had also a solo career as Danzig. You'd know it if you heard it.
Oh, was he in Vampires?
Oh, no, he's a musician.
Oh, he looks like the lead vampire in Vampires, kind of. Just really fat.
Wow.
I mean, he looks like Corpse Grinder from Cannibal Corpse with that neck.
He has a big neck.
Oh,
He's always, well, no, he hasn't always had a big neck. But...
James Monk's Trailers has to go. TSB says, hey, what's up? And Mr. Meathook's here. Hey, Daryl. Sorry, I blinked for a second.
It's Daryl.
Daryl.
Was Wesley Snipes in this? I'm just going to Google Wesley Snipes.
Maybe. Oh, Gallow Walkers?
Yes!
Oh, that's not from the 90s?
What is that from?
Like 2013, maybe?
Oh, ew.
I heard it was terrible.
Yeah, it wasn't good. Are they vampires?
I think they're vampires or zombies or one or the other.
Hold on.
Or vampire zombies.
Gallow.
Mr. Meathook says, blanked, man, if I had feelings, they'd be hurt.
Aww.
It's been a long day, Daryl. I'm sorry. Daryl the Feral.
Daryl the Feral?
You missed it earlier, though. We were talking about Todd Sheets movies. I feel like every time we
summon him.
Huh?
That's how you summon him. You talk about
I know, every time we start talking about Todd Sheets movies, then we stop, then he gets on. It's like, what the frig?
Does it say what they are? I'm on Wikipedia because that's a really reputable news source.
Oh yeah, I mean they list all of Todd Sheets movies.
Maybe they are ghosts. I think they're just undead in Gallow Walkers. Why do I care so much?
It's Wesley Snipes, man. He was good in Blade.
I guess. No, he was. I just have feelings about Wesley Snipes. Yeah. I feel like every character he takes on, he's just really playing himself.
Snipes
people.
Snipes. That'd be the perfect role. American Sniper 2.
Snipes.
I feel pity. Or that'd be Mr. T.
Yeah.
I feel pity for them fools. What if Lucio Fulci directed a Friday the 13th movie back in the day?
I'd probably love it.
It'd suck because it'd be so cut down for all the gore if it was released in America. I mean, I can't say it would suck because I like Part 7 and that was butchered by the NBA. But it would suck that happened, but I think it'd be a cool movie. It wouldn't make any sense, but it'd be a cool movie.
True.
TSB says, Lucio Fulci directing Friday the 13th sounds like the Bay of Blood. Sure. It was not Mario Bava who did that.
I think that was Mario Bava.
Mr. Meathook says Part 7 with a crap emoji.
The poop emoji.
I don't think so, Daryl. See, I can remember your name.
I know your name.
What is Daryl's feelings about Part 8? It's going to show even bigger poop.
2 more poops.
Just 8 poops all lined up.
2 out of 5 poops.
2 out of 5 poops.
2 out of 5 poops agree.
Mr. Meathook says one of the kills in Part 2 is ripped off from Bay of Blood. Yeah, it's the sleeping on the bed kill where they get stabbed with a spear or whatever. He says Part 8 is better than Part 7.
Yeah, fighting words, huh?
Fighting words. Oh, that's a good point. Junebug Films says Tom Savini should direct Friday the 13th, Part 13.
He should. He deserves it. He's earned it.
Oh, yeah. Get away from Sean S. Cunningham at all costs.
I love Tom Savini. I love Tom Savini.
Yeah, I embarrassed myself so bad in front of him. But I was embarrassed. Oh, he says Jason Goes to Hell is better than Part 7. Now them fighting words.
Ooh.
But I think I told you the story before where I was at his booth and I dropped everything I bought there.
Yeah.
In front of him.
I'm sure it didn't.
And this is a look he gave me. The eye roll.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was just true. He was like, great. A clumsy fan.
He has a lot of clumsy fans, I'm sure.
And
He
then I got
yelled at,
Bruce Campbell actually for like 2 seconds.
"Aw,
He signed my copy of Evil Dead though, right there,
that's awesome."
right there. There.
Over here.
um, I got that signed. I was gonna get my Dawn of the Dead signed by Ken Foree, but I figured I'll just wait because I didn't have any more money.
Aw.
But I also got a picture signed by the one and only Alex Kittner from Jaws. Oh, he actually talked a lot to me. I was like, oh, that's cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah. He's
You're
not a
probably
kid
like,
anymore, but
I've never met anyone as big a fan as you are of this film.
I'm sure they're bigger with their collections.
Well,
It doesn't matter about
you're the most passionate though, for sure.
until I started calling out parts of it that look really bad nowadays.
And then you lost all your street cred. You know.
All my revenue went to Jaws. No.
Oh. I'm gonna be back in 2 seconds.
Okay.
I'm very hydrated.
No, I get you. Junebug Film says, Brian, correction, his real name is Sean the Sleazeball. This is true. TSB Groovy. Yeah, that's the signature. I got it. I met him for like a good 5 seconds. He says, oh, what's your name? Brian. Here you go. He signs it, just gives it to me like, okay, bye. Well, I did shake his hand. That was pretty cool. Mr. Meathook says, beep, Sean Cunningham. I agree. Stealing the rights that he doesn't deserve. Them rights, man. They need to get over that whole spiel so they can get back to making more Friday the 13th movies. Someone else would be probably cool to direct the new Friday the 13th movie would be Joseph Zito. He directed The Prowler, Part 4, Friday the 13th. Even Steve Miner would be kind of cool. Like one of the original 4 directors besides the first one, because that was Sean Cunningham. I wish John Carl Buechler was still alive. He died recently, which sucks, but he directed Part 7. Mr. Meathook, Daryl's gonna be like, God darn you! Hey, you can't lie. The deleted scenes of effects were really good. Here she comes. Dun 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 dun. I can hear her shuffling around in the background. Who else would be a good choice? Maybe Fede Alvarez.
What a miss.
I was just trying to come up with other names for who should direct a Friday the 13th movie. Mr. Meathook says Todd Sheets presents Friday the 13th starring Antoine Steele as Jason.
Ooh, yes.
If they gave him the budget, I'm sure he'd deliver.
For sure.
Yeah.
I'm so sad I just learned about Todd Sheets. Because I could have been enjoying this. Like,
well, I mean, he was very underground back in the 80s and 90s.
Mm-hmm.
So he was popping up in video stores like mom and pop ones, I think. I don't know if he went to Blockbuster at all, did he? What about the new Terrifier coming out?
I was so excited.
Daryl's gonna be like, Terrifier.
I love Terrifier.
I don't remember if Daryl liked Terrifier, and I think he didn't like it. We'll find out.
Just give him a second.
Just give us. He's typing out all his angry notes.
He's using all caps. Yep, there it is.
I don't know how I feel. I'm not a huge fan of the first Terrifier. I think the gore is great, but there's just nothing else.
I really liked it. I'm not like a huge like. You don't need to win me over with a big elaborate story though. Like I'm
Yeah, but
not
I feel besides like atmosphere, setting, and gore, that's really all it's got. But
good villain.
I can see why people like it for sure, and I can respect that. It's just
Yeah,
not really my favorite.
not your bag. That's okay. I really, really want you to see Hereditary and Midsummer so we can talk about
Oh my god! The reason I didn't want to watch Midsummer is because I watched a review on it.
it.
Uh, and the way they described the ending like royally ticked me off.
Aw.
No, not what they said, what the movie did.
Mm-hmm.
It's like um how they describe it. They're like, oh, like they gave some context and like, oh, and then she burns her boyfriend alive and smiles. I'm like, really? It's one of those movies.
Well, it's like I watched something after I watched it, after I posted my review. I didn't know that the director had written the movie while he was going through like a really bad breakup. So it makes
Ooh.
sense and like what you know, the symbolism of the last scene was to him was kind of like moving on, not so much like actual murder. But like I could see why that would irritate you.
um, I mean, I feel like if he was to do that, it would be him burning his girlfriend alive, but then people wouldn't like that.
No, I think it would be fine. It was just probably the whole machismo thing. Like maybe it's easier to see it as a woman going through a breakup because it's easier, you
Yeah,
know, to see a woman as being very vulnerable and everything.
I can't wait for Daryl's opinion on Hereditary.
I liked Hereditary. Isn't
He says
that-
Midsummer isn't as bad as Hereditary, but that's not saying much.
I can see why you didn't like it.
Yeah. I mean, I watched a lot of clips and I spoiled a lot,
Aw.
but I think I don't know. I might like it. I might not. I feel like it's too much of an. I like some art films, but like when they're trying to push a message, as well as being an art film. I think
What?
all art films do that, though.
Yeah. I must have missed whatever message Hereditary had if it did have one.
I think it's just dealing with family drama,
Oh.
maybe.
Well, I
From what
mean,
I've seen in videos, though, that's what I
I
mean.
could see that. I could see that.
Like that part where she head.
Oh, the
Yeah,
uh-huh.
when the smack of the head, you know.
Oh, that with the
Oh yeah, I was like, wait a minute, how does that reflect?
I got what you mean.
Um,
Oh, you watched Gwen? It's weird.
that don't spoil it.
It's weird.
Yeah, it's awkward to watch.
No,
You're like, should I leave now?
no.
Oh, that's bold. Daryl said, Hereditary is hands down the worst horror film of the 21st century.
that that's a big statement.
I mean, have you seen Birdemic?
Have you seen Day of the Dead Bloodline?
um,
I'm still mad about that. I can't let that go.
they can't get it right, and they never will.
No. Stop touching that movie. I love that movie.
Stop touching the movie.
Get your fingers off it.
Junebug Film says, do you think you could work in Friday the 13th movie to have the promiscuous cheerleader be the lead? I think that'd be a good change. Like,
Yeah, why not?
I've been trying to write scripts of movies, oh, not scripts of movies, books like that for a while. I haven't gotten them finished yet, but it's more like people you don't expect to be the lead.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Zachary Haith says, I just finished Gwen. I didn't get it.
Yeah,
I don't. What's Gwen?
that's one. It's on Shutter right now. It's a Shutter exclusive, and I did a review of it. And I sometimes I think like my taste isn't sophisticated enough to like get the deeper meanings of movies. But like if Mr. Hates didn't get it either, I feel a little better. You know.
I mean, this was sophisticated art film, and I loved it.
Yeah,
The Suspiria remake.
I thought that was great.
You saw it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's these fighting words coming out, but I thought it was better than the original.
I would say it's different. They're like two different creatures.
Entities.
But like Tilda Swinton in that, like, wow.
Yeah,
It took
and
me a while. I'm gonna blame the visual impairment on this, but it took me a while to realize that she was two characters because she was that great.
everyone's still talking about Friday the 13th. What I would do is bring back the three actresses from part 2, 3, and 4 into the remake to fight into 13th installment to fight Jason and include his dad.
His dad.
Because in part 6 he was supposed to be at the end of it, but they scrapped that.
That's a bummer.
Yeah. So have the three actresses from the first, no, the 2, 3, and 4 come back because they're still alive in the franchise and in real life, and have them fight Jason for one last movie, and then do a remake. Because there should only, well, no, actually do another one because I think they should do a trilogy to make the original series make it up to 13, and start the 13th movie with this trilogy, and then have a remake maybe to the first remake, and then another Freddy versus Jason with Pinhead. That'd be cool. Or Ash from Evil Dead.
I love that.
Since they hinted at it, and Jason Goes to Hell.
Yeah, yeah. Do you think it would ever actually really happen? I would love it.
I could see it happening. I mean, New Line owns Jason and Freddy, and I don't think Bruce is as old as he's making himself out to be.
He's also a vampire.
Yeah. I mean, if he did the Ash versus Evil Dead TV show, that would have still gone if they didn't cancel it because of the stupid company that was premiering the show. Oh yeah, that's right. He said Mr. Darryl says New Line doesn't own Friday the 13th anymore. I forgot about that. It's now back to Paramount. Theory: Jason never died. Mom was just delusional. Discuss.
All moms are delusional.
It could be worked for the first movie, maybe even the second, but I don't see how all these people dying. I mean, how much of a cop out would it be if at the end of the last movie it zooms out and there's Mrs. Voorhees going, "Wow, imagine if I did that. That'd be terrible." And all those people died were just an illusion.
Oh, I throw my popcorn so hard at the screen if that was the case.
Yeah.
Like, my life is a lie.
Jason never existed. What?
Yeah. Oh, that would be hilarious. But
I like Cinemasker's idea of the franchise where he said it's just a different guy pretending to be Jason every time because he looks so different throughout each movie.
That's true. I do like that idea.
I hate it, but I like it.
Yeah. Yeah. Because, like, really, what's your motive? You really don't have a motive. You're just.
And he always looks so different.
Yes.
Maybe only up until part 4, then he gets resurrected. So, and maybe part 4 was a zombie because he looked so decayed from like a few days.
Yeah.
And then he came back after getting electrified.
The zombie thing always kind of confused me.
I know.
Is he a zombie?
He is a zombie, but he's not like the traditional zombie. He's a slasher zombie. Kind of like in Burial Ground.
Yeah.
Mr. Mihawk says, "Well, yeah, he does die in part 4."
Die in like every in
I mean,
everyone.
one thing
Kind
I
of.
really like is that after part 3, it takes place directly after that in the next installment. So
Yeah,
I think he technically didn't die in part 3.
touche.
Well, that's actually a pretty interesting theory. What if his mom was killing the whole time, and all you can see are her thoughts of her being Jason?
Why would she go with that?
How could she, if she's an old lady? That's another question.
Hey, some old ladies are very strong. She could maybe.
I mean, part 2 took place 5 years after the first one. Then by part 7 or 8, it was 2001.
She'd be like in her jazzy scooter with the machine,
Should he get back here?
throwing her dentures to distract people.
Duke is the best part of Jason Goes to Hell, says Junebug Films. I think the gore is the best part of Jason Goes to Hell. The only reason I don't like Duke is because he came from nowhere, has this backstory no one ever heard of. I don't think there was even comics of him until afterwards. So he's just a random character. Yeah, parts 2, 3, and 4 take place on consecutive days: Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I like that. Except for I don't like that because it's now Friday the 13th.
Would you prefer like Saturday the 14th?
Sunday the 15th.
Sunday the 15th.
Monday it's Monday.
Nobody's like Monday.
No one's coming because they're all at work. Part 6 was pretty good too. It was funny.
Yeah.
Actually, I saw most of that when I was like 10. That was technically the first one I saw, but I didn't see the whole thing. And then I got them all when I was like 12 or 13, and I watched them all. So they were I was always interested in Friday the 13th from like, I don't know, age 8 to 12, and then I started watching them like, oh, these are great. I'll like them forever.
I saw someone just mention Saturday the 14th.
Yeah, Mr. Mihawk said, so part 4 is technically Sunday the 15th.
Have you seen Saturday the 14th?
I have not. I've heard of it, though.
Oh, I just watched it on
It's like a parody comedy, right?
Yeah, so of course I would have to watch it. It's so silly. The part with there's like all these bats attacking this lady in an attic, and she keeps calling them owls. She's like, "Stop it, owls!" It's like
there's just I don't know which vampire movie this. I know it's from a comedy, but like, you know how like they have that their servant, the guy, and he's Dracula's walking up the stairs, and he's like, "No, master, you must punish me. No, go, be gone. No, master, you must punish me. Throw me into the brig. Punish me."
Was it Dracula Dead and Loving It? Is that?
Yeah, I think it is with Steve Martin.
Was he?
Get out of here! No, sir, you must punish me.
I love parody movies so much.
I like older parody movies like Airplane. What else is there? There's a lot of good ones back then. I watched Creepshow on Halloween. That was pretty fun.
Nice. I was watching the Creepshow series when I was at the gym today, and I made it through like one whole when I was doing cardio.
How was it?
I like it. Like the first probably 2-3 episodes I was a little unsure about, but then it was either the third or fourth, the one with Bob in it. I really liked.
I haven't seen it.
I
want to get I heard Swamp Thing's coming to DVD, but they cut out 3 episodes because they never filmed. They got them never released or something.
No.
Because it got canceled after episode 1.
That's sad.
They do that with every good show. And all the bad shows stick around.
Yeah.
Like Walking Dead. And fighting words. All I can't really say because I've only seen up to season 2.
I think we're not caught up with the current season, but I kind of lost interest years ago.
I heard that certain characters died, and I'm like, really?
Hmm.
Can't just like keep that to yourself.
I'm a big fan of the comic books, and
Oh, okay.
the show definitely strayed from that a whole lot. So it's hard,
It's kind of like the Resident Evil of TV.
That's actually a really good way to put it.
That's smart.
You're so smart.
Uh,
I really love those comic books.
I haven't read them. I want to read the 30 Days of Night novelizations before I watch the movies again. The first one was great. The second one,
I don't think I ever saw the second one. I liked the first one a whole lot.
yeah. And then the Lost Boys 1 and 3 are great. 2,
Eh,
eh.
eh.
Oh, you don't like 3?
Um, it's okay. I don't know. I feel like I hold the first one up so high.
Hi.
Yeah, I just love it so much. I love the Coreys so much. It's hard.
And then well, that was actually the first video we did together for the
Yeah,
Lost Boys.
love it.
That's somewhere on my other channel. Which I did a full movie watch, a lot of them actually, but some of them have a lot of views and they have so many dislikes. It's like, where's the full movie? Who is this Winka?
Did they not understand how YouTube works? Like you can't do that.
That's why I do more. I'm doing like shorter full movie watches where it's like it'd be like a 10, 20, 30-minute video of clips of us watching the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Which on the last one I did for Friday the 13th, part 3 and 4, I had the posters on the side and in the middle, and on the third one, it cut off half of my friend's face.
Oh.
And I was like, but I released it on the right day.
There you go.
But do I have to take it down?
Oh.
And she was like, she didn't seem too happy about it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think she wasn't pissed. I just think it was like, really?
It's just bummed.
Yeah. But I might redo it and just re-upload it and keep it on there too.
There you go.
Best of both worlds. They're like, why do we watch the same video again? Because you love me. Cheers. Well, I should probably get going because I have to let Finley out.
I gotta do adult stuff.
Adult stuff.
Wow.
Yeah. I said it'd be an hour, and darn it, it's been an hour and 2 minutes.
I made it.
All right. Well, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to check out Rayanimator Reviews on her channel. I have it in the link as a link in the description below. And as always, Lion Brian Gatto, the horror show host. Make sure to like, comment on, as well as share this video. Hit that notification bell to be updated every time I make a new video. Like my Facebook fan page and supports me on Patreon. Even $1 a month will help keep this channel going and keep it thriving and do stuff. And as always,
Subscribe.
subscribe. All right. Later, guys.
Bye.